Hey guys, this is Matt Core from Ctrl+Paint.com, and today we're going to talk about installing custom brushes. So you've downloaded some brushes from an artist and you have a .abr file. Well, what do you do with it? Actually, it's a lot easier than it sounds. When you are in Photoshop and you have the brush tool active, if you right click, you'll see the current custom brushes. And really the hardest part about all this is keeping all the stuff you have organized. And what I like to do is to use the preset manager, which you can see I got here by clicking on this little cog. And now we have a pretty similar looking interface, but it's got an important distinction, which is that this is more than just brushes. Here you can see I have a similar interface for styles. I have one for tools. So if you're using any of these, they're all going to behave in the same way. So as I said, you've downloaded an ABR file and now it's time to use it. So what we do is just click load. And you can keep this file wherever you want. So here I've got the just basic 3 that I have on my page. So I'll click on that. And it didn't show it obviously, but the last 3 brushes here, these are the ones that it just loaded into my library. Now in recent versions of Photoshop, you have a very nice feature, which is the ability to drag these around and to reposition them. And this is incredibly important because you might be downloading 100 brushes and you don't want the most recent brush to be all the way down at the bottom. So now an important thing to know is I have just loaded in 3 new brushes and I can click on any one of them and I can hit delete. Now in doing that, I did not damage that file, the .abr file. You're almost just importing them into Photoshop and then leaving that original file totally intact. So I could delete all these right now and the original files that I imported them from would be fine. So you can always reload them and they'll be just like they used to be. Now on the same token, you can actually export .abr files of your own. So maybe I'll select one of these brushes and then while holding Control, I'll pick a few other ones. So here I have 6 or 7 brushes selected. I can save that as its own set and I'll call it test. And now when I go on the loading option here, you can see test.abr has just been created. So maybe you make a few brushes and you want to share them with your friends online. Here's where you do it, in the preset manager. And if you're anything like me, you like to start with a clean slate. So really my first step with this is always to just delete the initial Photoshop brushes and then load in the ones that I want to use. So have fun using your custom brushes. Thanks for coming to the site, guys.